Another live stream here with me, Sade Johnson. It's been a while. It's been a little while, but I'm back. I'm back. Thank you so much for joining me. I didn't even really promote this, so hopefully Facebook does its thing and actually notifies you and you see, oh, Sade's live for the first time in a long time. Let me go ahead and join. If not, then you'll catch the replay. So today I'm coming on here in the Automated and Abundant Coaches Facebook group just to chit chat and to tell you what's been going on and what is coming because I've been working on a lot of things. As you can see in the title, sometimes you have to slow down to speed up. That is the theme of my Q1 so far this year. What I want to do is just make sure we're actually live in the group, and I'm going to do the thing that everybody loves, which is tag everyone. So that way you actually see it. I mean, I personally love the @everyone tag because if I'm in a group that I actually like, of course I want to be notified that, the person that I'm, enjoy hearing from is live. So let me go ahead and tag. But today I am going to be just chatting for a little bit. Let me know if you are watching. Say hello in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. That's always really fun to hear, especially when it's somewhere I've never been. I am in California, Southern California, and I am loving that it is so light outside. Even though it is almost 5:30 because we had our daylight savings time thing start. I don't know if it's starting or ending. I always get confused with that, but the point is we sprung forward an hour. I hate that I lost an hour because that's never fun, but I do love when it's lighter later. I don't do well with the winter months. I don't know, it might be seasonal depression. I it's not been diagnosed, but it doesn't work for me. So I am so excited because I'm oh, I feel happier already. My depression era is over, which is not funny, but that's a heavy topic, and so I don't want. This is not what this call is about, but I'm happy that it's so bright outside. Ooh, let me finish my tagging everyone. Okay, there we go. So let's talk about it. Where have I been? What's been going on? So at the end of 2023, I was oh, I'm going to just go so hard in my business. I'm going to kill it. I'm going to make all this money and I'm going to sell out my course and all this stuff, which, as entrepreneurs, I'm sure we all think of that, right? And the top of the year has not gone exactly in that way. And so I just want to talk a little bit about why. If this is your first time ever seeing me, which it might be because we are at 240 members in the Facebook group. My eye just got a little teary. What? What's happening? What's happening? Actually, I know exactly what's happening. My growth strategy is working. The growth strategy that I learned from the amazing Emily Dawn, who actually just did a live with her right before I came on to this. But again, that's a topic for another day. But in case we're just meeting for the first time, I'm Sade Johnson, and I am your tech coach. I specialize in helping non-techie coaches with building systems in their business and specifically creating an automated client onboarding process using the tool Paperbell, which is my favorite tool. It's a tool that handles scheduling, contracts, payments, client management, all of that. You've probably seen me on YouTube talking about Paperbell a lot, or in this group talking about Paperbell. And so that is what I am here for. Now, introduce yourself in the comments. I'd love to know who you are and, why you joined me today. But okay, so let's get back to where I've been, what's been going on. So, like I said, ended 2023, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna kill it because I have my course. It's called Power Up with Paperbell. And I've sold, I don't know the exact number, which is probably not good, but I have a spreadsheet, keeps track of all that. But many coaches have joined. Actually, that board back there, that was the board for the founding members. So it's more than that, but it's still not, you know, the consistent enrollment, that I've been looking for, specifically so that I can quit my job, because I do have a full-time job. That's also part of where I have been. Um, and I've had long, I don't want to say heated conversations, but I've had, uh, what's the word? Vivid conversations with my boyfriend, who we live together. And, I talk about quitting my job all the time. And then he goes into panic mode because he's like, what? No. And I'm like, oh, babe, don't worry. We have abundant mindsets over here. Everything's going to be fine. And he's very much the logical, uh you have to have a plan kind of person, which is fine because that masculine structure is helpful a lot. But my carefree feminine spirit sometimes doesn't agree with that. So anyway, um what's happening is, I had a lot of plans, right? And then it dawned on me, oh, you can't accomplish these things without support. And last year I did have a virtual assistant, and you know, things were going well until they weren't. And I, for one, when I'm working with clients, and even inside of my course, there's a whole module on, how to work with a team and all that. So I'm very pro, even if you're a solopreneur, like at least need a virtual assistant to like uh, help you meet your goals, because you're going to burn out. Like in the beginning, you feel like, oh, I can handle anything, I can do anything. And it's not realistic. Um, so I had a VA, and then it just didn't work out. And somehow, I don't even know what happened, but I convinced myself, oh, it's fine. I can still do what I need to do without her, even though that's literally the exact opposite of what I teach. And so basically at the end of the year of 2023, all of that kind of came to a head. And I was just like, yeah, this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work if I'm trying to do all this on my own and I have a full-time job. And I have ways I want to show up for this community. I have ways I want to show up for my private community for my course. I have ways that I want to show up on YouTube. Um, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers, which is mind blowing to me and so exciting. But I was just like, okay, you're gonna need support. You're gonna need support. We're gonna do this. And I was like, let's follow your own advice that you give basically practically every day to people. Is you need support. You're not Superwoman, nor do you want to be Superwoman. There's this, that trend on TikTok right now, all about soft life. That is my that's my what's the word? My mantra. That's my mantra. I want to have a soft life. So anywho, I decided, okay, let's go ahead and find some support. But also what happened was, okay, now this is annoying, the shadows or the light, whatever, from the window. Also what happened though is I was trying to gain clarity on whether or not I wanted to offer something different. And long story short, I realized, no, we're just going to go all in on this Power Up with Paperbell course. This is what we want to be known for. This is our signature offer. And I then decided, which I wrote about this in the group, that I am going to embody the title of calling myself a tech coach. Because for the longest time, I was calling myself a tech strategist, but everyone was referring to me as a coach. And it just made sense. It was like, oh, yeah, that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm literally teaching, coaching other coaches on how to set up these behind the scenes systems in their business, and how to get out of tech overwhelm, and how to get rid of the anxiety they feel when they are trying to set up these systems and they feel like they aren't capable of it. Everything was just telling me like, Sade, you're a coach. Own it. And one thing that really dawned on me was, okay, if you want to be a coach, you got to start offering some coaching calls. And I was really hesitant about that for the longest time. I was really resistant towards it. Just because, my own growth journey that I was going through, that I was, doing the inner work, working with a coach, working on my limiting beliefs, it's all part of the process. Um, Man, inner work is hard, right? It's like, it's so easy or it's easy to look back once you've gotten through it, like, girl, what were you even thinking? But like in the midst of it, you're just like, it's just like this hard climb. It just feels like you're just never going to get to the other side. But I am here. I am a tech coach. I own it now. And uh, I realized, hey, sometimes you have to slow down in order to speed up. And in my case, that's exactly what I did. I stopped going live as often. All of last year, I didn't go live every single week, but I went live a lot of weeks. And then that just wasn't feeling good to me anymore. And then uh certain things, going on behind the scenes personally, just things weren't feeling aligned. And so I had to take the time to really, I've been doing, a lot of meditation, a lot of prayer. My One of my coaches, she calls it a spirit workout. So I've been trying to do this spirit workout every morning to make sure I am at my best mentally every day. Um, and so I've taken the time to slow down, and I also hired a new VA who I love. And so now I feel supported. I feel like, okay, it is actually possible to accomplish the goals that I set for 2024. And it is time to speed it on up. So, don't know if you can relate to that, but if you can, definitely let me know in the comments. I'm looking at my notes here. So I talked about where I've been, what I've been doing. Um, Now, in throughout this journey, um, it dawned on me like, okay, this is why you teach having systems, this is why you teach having the behind the scenes tech support and tools that will actually support you when you're going through a journey like this. So these past couple months, I wasn't able to show up as much as I wanted to for my business, meaning I didn't get to sell as much as I wanted to. However, because of the certain systems that I have on the back end, money was still coming through. And that has been a blessing, because I don't want to have a business that makes $0, because then you don't have a business at all. It's just a hobby. So, um, or just a super unprofitable business. So, um, systems are super important. And that is part of the reason why I teach having Paperbell as your back end system. So, I wanted to give you an update on what's happening with my course, Power Up with Paperbell, which I might be changing the name of it soon. I'm going to put a poll in the group to see, because I have some options, but Power Up with Paperbell is just not cutting it anymore for me. Talking about, dealing with feeling aligned. I just wasn't feeling aligned with that name anymore, but for now, it's still Power Up with Paperbell. And in case you're wondering, it's a course that teaches you, first of all, how to use Paperbell, so that you can set up all of your packages and your client management system, your client onboarding workflow that is completely automated. That is what I teach you step by step through. And the new feature that I'm adding to it is monthly calls. I'm so excited because, like I said, I'm embracing this tech coach title, and now that is going to include having these group calls. So when you join Power Up with Paperbell, you get access to 4 live mastermind calls with me, and these are going to be calls where I'm going to choose a topic, and these topics are going to be geared towards actually growing your coaching business. So I'll teach on the topic for a little bit, and then we will have a Q&A portion. And I'm calling it a mastermind because this is my first time doing it, but I my hope is that even though it's obviously, hosted by me, I want people to be um, giving their experience and masterminding. It's like two minds is better than one. So I want people to give their experience on whatever the topic is that I am talking about. And I am hoping that it'll just be super inspirational and not even just inspirational, but something that you can actually implement. So the first topic is going to be in March, and it's going to be all about how to build a sales pipeline and manage your leads. So, like I said, these topics are going to be geared towards growing your business. So, um, having a sales pipeline is essential. It's essential. It's something that I have been learning and what I've been focused on in the last year. And I've learned different strategies. I've learned some pros, I've learned some cons, and so I just want to share my experience with that. Um, so that call is going to be on March 27th, which is a Wednesday. And if you are already inside of Power Up with Paperbell, you are going to be getting an email soon with the details, because you will have access to these 4 upcoming calls that are March, April, May, June. And then you also get access to the replays if you aren't able to make it live. But yeah, I'm super excited. I can't wait, because this is a new, I don't want to say a new venture, but I'm evolving, and that's really exciting to me. So if you want to join Power Up with Paperbell, you can go to shadayjohnson.com/course. Let me see if I have it here. I do. Here we go. So shadayjohnson.com/course is where you can enroll in Power Up with Paperbell and get access to that first live mastermind call that we're going to have. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. But I just want to come on here and tell you, sometimes you got to slow down in order to speed up. And now that I've slowed down, you're going to be seeing more of me as I ramp back up and showing up for you guys, guys and gals. It's mostly gals in this group. And I'm excited for what's to come. So thank you for joining me live. I will see you soon. Let me tell you one more thing. So if you were following me a lot last year, you know that I was like, I'm going to come here every Wednesday, and go live. And we're not doing that anymore. I'm just going to, one thing that I told myself I'm going to do to make lives more enjoyable. For a long time, it worked to have that kind of disciplined, weekly thing. Now I'm like, I'm going to go live when the feeling comes to me. Because some days I would get like a good idea, and then I'm like, oh, well, it's not Wednesday, so I can't go live yet. And it's like, what kind of rules are these? Who made these rules? These were self-imposed, ridiculous things I put on myself. And it was like, what are you doing? So that's why today is, a random Monday. And here we are. I might go live again tomorrow. I might go live every day this week. First of all, it's when my makeup is done. And when the inspiration hits me. So maybe I'll see you tomorrow. If not tomorrow, I will definitely see you soon. All right. Have a great night. Bye.